Alright y'all, I'm Jonathan Joyner and we are coming at you with another iRacing video today. What we're going to do today is answer a question you have all been asking in the few iRacing videos we put up. What equipment are we using? How much did it cost? So we're going to go into that. We're also going to show you a few clips from some races that me and Joshua have run. Y'all know we've been learning this iRacing stuff. Well, I'm proud to report that me and Joshua have both won our first iRacing main events, and I gotta tell you, it's something that it was quite an accomplishment to go from where we started, couldn't hardly make a lap straight, to being able to win a race and be competitive. So we're gonna show you a few clips of us winning some races and running well, and then we're also gonna tell you about this iRacing equipment, what it is we're using here to make laps on iRacing. But first, I'm gonna send you over to Joshua, and he's gonna tell you about the presenting sponsor for this video.
What's up, y'all? It's Joshua checking in from Yulee, Florida, over here in the Jacksonville area. Hope everyone's doing all right and staying safe. I know it's kind of some crazy times we got going on right now, but hopefully you're doing all right. Before we get going and talk about some things we have going on, just want to say that today's video is presented by Keeps. We've talked about Keeps before and the success that I've had using their hair loss prevention products and how a happy customer I am. And we want to share that with you guys because the fact is 2 out of 3 guys will experience some form of male pattern baldness by the time they're 35. And the best way to prevent hair loss is to do something about it while you still have hair left. Thankfully, Keeps makes that easy. You can get treated right from home. You used to have to go to the doctor's office for your hair loss prescription, but now, thanks to Keeps, you can visit a doctor online and get your hair loss medication delivered right to your home. They make it easy and deliver your medication every 3 months, so you can say goodbye to those pharmacy checkout lines and those awkward doctor's visits. Prevention is key. Keeps treatments can take up to 4 to 6 months or more to see results, so it's important to act fast. The sooner you start using Keeps, the more hair you'll save. Find out why Keeps has more 5-star reviews than any of its competitors, and nearly 100,000 men, including me, trust Keeps for their hair loss prevention medication. If you're noticing that you're losing your hair, do something about it. For a limited time, go to keeps.com/HTF or click the link in the description to receive 50% off your first order. All right, so I know a lot of you guys have been asking about what's going on with the go-kart racing, and me and Mr. Dave, and like most of you around the country, we're kind of on lockdown right now. Mr. Dave, I talk to him once or twice a week, pretty much every week, and we talk about some things we want to try and different things we want to do when we get back on the track. You know, our last race there at Callahan wasn't the best, and we're a little disappointed, but we've had a lot of time to think that over and come up with a plan to get faster. So, and I think we will be better the next time we go back, hopefully sooner rather than later. But like a lot of people right now, I've actually jumped on the iRacing bandwagon, and as you can see here, got my computer and my steering wheel set up. Yeah, it's been a lot of fun. It's been a learning experience though, for sure. It's certainly not something you're just gonna jump in and do and be good at it. It's been really cool, by the way. Shout out to everybody on Twitch, Jesse's Twitch, racing with you guys on iRacing the past few weeks has been really cool. I think, speaking of iRacing, I think we got a little clip of one of my recent races. A good run for me. Had some things go my way, ended up front for a little dash to the finish there, and it was actually a pretty exciting race. Hope you enjoyed that. Like I said, that was just a lot of fun. No, it's not the real thing, but as far as I'm concerned, it is definitely pretty close to it. And to be honest, racing iRacing has really brought back memories of my late model days. Now, speaking of that, I know some of you probably saw the most recent video, the throwback video from earlier in the week, which was actually my last late model win. I think it was like my second to last late model race. So that was right there towards the end of my career. And yeah, I know I appreciate a lot of the comments I saw on that video. Did get to read some of those, and very positive stuff. And a lot of you asking why I'm not in not racing cars anymore. Basically, I had the opportunity to kind of move away from home and got into Racing in another way. I think I talked before about how I used to work for DirtOnDirt.com as a journalist covering dirt late model racing, and then actually spent some time working for the World of Outlaws late model series as well. So I got to do racing in a different way there for a while. Saw a lot of different tracks. A lot of, we see you guys commenting, talking about the different tracks or areas of the country that you're from and your home tracks. I've been to a lot of those. Like I mentioned, I've been to Fairbury, Lernerville, Eldora, Cedar Lake. I've been out to Arizona for a few races out there. Pretty much all over. Any big race, I've been to it. So it's pretty cool to have seen it from that point of view. And now with the channel and what we're doing with Hunt the Front, with things growing, hopefully we're going to get to go to some of those tracks and Joseph, Jonathan, and who knows, maybe one day I'll get back on behind the wheel and do some racing. So like I said, we're just trying to hopefully get back to normal here pretty soon and get back to racing, and look forward to having some more go-kart videos for you guys whenever that happens. So y'all stay safe, and we'll definitely see you soon.
All right, y'all. So much like Joshua, I also recently won my first race on iRacing. I think I'd been doing it a little longer than he had. I'd been at it for about 2 weeks before I finally won a race. And I actually called him sort of gloating about winning, and then the next day he sent me a short little clip of him taking the checkered flag and winning his first race. So congrats to him on that. Just like everything else we do, he couldn't let me outdo him. Anyway, what I'm going to show you is also a clip of me winning my race. It was at Eldora. Give y'all a few clips of that, and then afterward I'll bring you in here and I'll show y'all my iRacing setup, tell you what it is that I'm using to make a few laps, because I can't tell you how many messages I've had you all wanting to know what we're using. So enjoy this clip, me winning my first race on iRacing, and then we'll come back and talk about what we're using here on my end of things. So I was actually just practicing at Lernerville. I'm planning on running with the Southern All-Star Series tonight. They put together this Real World Series. They put together an iRacing series to kind of pass the time. And me and Jesse are both racing super late models, open setup, Lernerville. That would be the for me the hardest division and the hardest track where I struggle the most. So it's going to be interesting. Anyway, that clip you saw there, me winning that race, I thought I would just share with you some thoughts really quickly about winning on iRacing. Being competitive on iRacing is a lot harder than you think. And I felt like winning that race. I mean, I was sitting here all clammed up, my hands sweaty, my legs shaking. It felt like actually accomplishing something, if you will. It's not easy to get good at this stuff, and I've put in a lot of time here in the last few weeks getting to where I can go around the track and be competitive. Anyway, let's talk about this equipment that you see here and what it is that I'm using, and then an idea of what it costs to get this set up. All right, so first of all, excuse the mess down here. This is our room where we keep the Hunt the Front hats and t-shirts, and where we package and ship all that out of. So yeah, it's just a mess. All right, so the pedals and steering wheel, this is a Logitech G920. It's the Xbox. I got a G920, and then the other, basically the same thing of that is the G27, I believe. One's Xbox setup, the other is PlayStation. They both are compatible with PC. So it also is on a stand right here that I like, that makes it all a little more stable, I guess you could say. Interesting story, that wheel and stand and screen, they don't belong to me. A buddy of mine named Britton let me borrow that because everything was on back order because so many people are ordering gaming stuff right now. So here is finally arrived my, actually this is going to be my steering wheel and pedals. It's the same setup here, but that's what you get whenever you order it. Comes in a box like that, and then below that is my stand that I got to put together, and that way I can get Britton's stuff back to him. This tower is an iBuy Power tower. It is a BP970. If you're interested in checking out the specs, I'll put a link to it in the description where you can look at it. I'm not a gamer. I'm not a computer expert. So it's what I sent a screenshot of it to Jesse. He said it would work, and I bought it. It's a little more expensive than what you have to run iRacing, but it'd be more, it gives me the option to stream and to screen record and that kind of thing. So I spent a little more money there on a tower than I did otherwise would have probably. The screen is an MSI MAG or MAG, I guess, 341. It's a little bit of a wider screen than I think normal, but it definitely gets the job done and gives me kind of more of a peripheral view than just a smaller screen, but not quite as much obviously if you had a screen on each side. The headphones I'm using would also be Logitech 933, and you can get those on Amazon just like the steering wheel and the stand. I know a lot of you are going to be wondering about the cost total. In this setup, screen, monitor, pedal, stand, steering wheel, all this, you're looking at north of $2,500 if you buy it all new. So that's not what you have to spend to go iRacing, obviously. I think, you know, just from my understanding, a little bit of research I've done, you could probably get going in close to the $1,000 to $1,500 range. So it's all about how much you want to spend. I think this is a good middle of the road setup. It's definitely not the cheapest, but it's also not the most expensive either. But it gets the job done, and I like what I have here. This weekend we'll be kicking off our Hunt the Front Virtual Racing League presented by Forward Bite Apparel. Big thank you to Forward Bite Apparel for coming on board and being the presenting sponsor of our series. Check them out for great racing apparel. We're going to be having the James Gang Barbecue Shootout. It's at Lanier Dirt, and you can watch it live on our Facebook page. And then also we'll have a vlog here from our perspective. Me, Joseph, Jesse, and Joshua will all be racing and talking while we're racing. So we'll have a vlog of that up after the race. Thank you to James Gang Barbecue for sponsoring the race. Also want to say thanks to Keeps again for being the presenting sponsor of this video. Y'all be sure to check them out. Keeps.com/HTF. Go there. You can get 50% off your first order and get that coming. The link is in the description. Check them out below. For now, I'm going to get back to making some laps here at Lernerville, getting ready to go racing tonight here in a few hours. Y'all wish me luck, and hopefully maybe we can get in the show and make a little noise in that event, and then be tuned up and practice for our league coming up. Y'all like, subscribe, comment. Thanks so much for watching. We'll catch you next time.